If you are overweight right now and you are trying to change, the worst thing you can do is to keep following the wrong advice. Most people waste months, even years sometimes, because they fall into the same traps over and over. I know how it feels. I've been overweight and I've hated the way that I looked in the mirror, but today I'm gonna break down the 5 worst things that you can do if you are still currently overweight. But I'm also going to show you exactly what you can do so we can get back on track and move towards our goals. One of the most common mistakes, and something that will guarantee that you fail to lose the weight you want to lose, is going to be a crash diet right off the bat, where you're trying to eat 1,200 to 1,500 calories just to try and lose weight as fast as possible. What this is going to do is it's going to burn your muscle. It's going to slow your metabolism. You are going to rebound so hard because of it. You need to be eating in a moderate deficit, especially in the beginning, something like 300 to 500 calories below your maintenance. You cannot be starving yourself right off the bat. As you start to cut down on food and get used to eating a little bit less throughout the day, yes, you can slowly start to scale back your calories more and more over time, but a crash diet right off the bat is going to guarantee failure. You need to prioritize your protein. You need to be getting in a gram of protein per pound of body weight at least every day to maintain the muscle that you have while you're trying to lose weight. You also need to prioritize eating whole foods, but also don't fear carbohydrates, but try and get your carb sources from clean things like fruit, potatoes, and rice, but you still need to be eating carbs in moderation with everything else. The second thing is a huge mistake that I see a lot of people make, and that's doing a lot of cardio, especially without any strength training. You think you're gonna out cardio your weight, but it's not sustainable long term. Again, this is gonna cause you to burn through the muscle mass that you do have if you're doing tons and tons of cardio, especially without training. And it's also gonna hurt your metabolism. When your metabolism crashes, you're not gonna be metabolizing the food that you're eating, so you're in a deficit, but you're not using those calories efficiently. You need to be lifting weights 3 to 5 times a week so you can build and protect the muscle that you have while you're doing cardio to try and lose fat. And you don't need to go on 10-mile runs. Low intensity cardio, steady state cardio, is actually more effective for burning fat than high intensity cardio. So things like walking and light cardio, they are to be used as tools. They are not your entire weight loss plan. The third thing you need to avoid is drinking your calories. Things like smoothies from fast food places, sugary coffees, juices, and alcohol, they have tons and tons of calories, but they do not help fill you up. If you're constantly drinking your calories, you are going to stay hungry. This is going to cause you to continue to overeat, and then you're gonna sit around and wonder why nothing is changing. Well, I can tell you, if you avoid drinking liquid calories, this is a huge change for a lot of people. It's almost an easy way to go from doing what you're doing now for a lot of people to actually being in a deficit. So you're gonna avoid these sugary drinks, but you still want something good to drink. So the fix is to drink coffee, drink more tea. You can have 0 sugar, 0 calorie drinks. There's tons of healthy options out there that taste amazing, but at the end of the day, nothing really beats just drinking water. Proper hydration will help you during your training. It will help you during your cardio. It can actually help you lose more weight. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're eating your calories, so you're staying full, you're staying satiated, and you're not going to be overeating. Now, the fourth thing you need to avoid doing is stop overcomplicating your diet. There are tons of diet options out there: keto, carnivore. There's even things like juice cleanses. I've done diets like keto. I've done a carnivore diet for a consistent amount of time. And let me tell you, they have their benefits and they are pretty amazing. But if you can't find a diet that you can stick to long term, you can wake up every day and you can follow this diet, then you are going to quit and you are going to regain all of the weight that you put in all the work to lose. It's actually about building good habits, building habits that will stick with you for life, not just going on some crazy diet. Habits like prioritizing whole foods, eating balanced meals with good amounts of protein while sustainably controlling your calories throughout the day. Now, this fifth thing that you need to avoid doing is one of the most overlooked, and it's ignoring your sleep and your stress management. You can be in a calorie deficit, but if you are sleeping 5 hours a night and you are stressed out 24/7, your body is going to be fighting fat loss at every step you take throughout the day. Higher cortisol levels, which can be caused in itself from a lack of sleep, will lead to higher cravings. It will slow down your fat loss and it will make your recovery so much worse. So to properly fix this, you need to be shooting for 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night, but you also need to be managing your stress. You need to get outside, you need to walk, you need to breathe, you need to spend some time and be more present throughout the day. Slow down a little bit, because going super fast all the time, it stresses your body out. It makes it harder for you to lose fat. But you need to just start taking better care of yourself. If there are things in your life that are really stressing you out, you need to sit down and evaluate what those things are before you really try and dial in on your fat loss, because it is gonna affect you physically and mentally. So stop starving yourself. Don't rely on just cardio. No more drinking empty calories that provide you with no benefit. No overcomplicating your diets. Find something sustainable for you and stop ignoring your sleep and your stress management. You got this. If you can avoid these 5 mistakes, you will literally watch your body start to transform itself. And these are all things that you can literally start doing today. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram. My goal really is just to help you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because we're building the best version of you right here, right now.